So, what am I talking about? Well, I've seen this movement across all age groups where there's no such thing as bad food. All that matters is calories in, calories out. There are different variations of it. Like for some people, all they care about is the macros in their food. The macros are they are the percentage of calories you get from protein, fat, carbs. For others, they don't really care at all. I'm mostly going to talk about the doesn't care at all group. Okay, what if I give you a poisonous mushroom? That's bad food. You don't want to eat that. Okay, what if I give you poop? Believe it or not, we aren't perfectly efficient, so poop is going to have calories in it. You don't want to eat that either. That's bad food. But yes, the argument could be made where, gasoline has calories as well, even though the calories aren't absorbable. So I'm going to give this argument a fair chance by not talking about things that are on the borderline of edible. Because for this sort of group, they are mostly referring to fast food. I think most of you have seen this. This guy was really overweight and he lost weight by eating McDonald's every day, which is perfectly possible. All you have to do to lose weight is go in a calorie deficit. It does not really matter what you eat as long as you're eating lower calories than your maintenance. But I don't think the guys that actually want to lose weight want to lose weight. What they want to lose is fat. You don't want to lose muscle. You don't really care about losing water. And you don't really care about losing bone density. But that's not really going to affect your weight at all. So don't worry about it. And if you're losing weight, I'd recommend that instead of measuring yourself on the scale, you do waist measurements instead. Because as you probably already know, muscle is significantly denser and heavier than fat. So if you're gaining muscle slowly and losing fat slowly, your weight loss might actually equal out. And it might look like you're not losing any fat at all. Even though you are, it's just the fact that you're gaining a little bit of muscle is equaling that out. And this is where it's really important what you eat, not just the macros. The stuff they put in your food, they aren't going to make you look like the supermodel you were aiming to look like when you lost weight. Because you lost a lot of muscle and you probably still have a decent amount of fat on you. Not like overweight, but probably on the line of a little bit skinny fat. It could be possible where you look all right, but you're not going to look as good as you would have if you had a healthy diet. And I'm saying that to tell you there is bad food. The pesticides they use were literally and still are used in paint. So that is like on a similar level to what I was explaining with, the poisonous mushroom. Obviously, the poison mushroom is going to kill you pretty much instantly, depending what it is, or it's going to give you serious kidney damage. Pesticides aren't going to do that. It's a slow poison that won't kill you, but it will probably shorten your lifespan. It will reduce your quality of life. It will do all of that stuff. And I've seen this argument all the time. Oh, it won't kill you. I know a friend who ate McDonald's every single day. He's done it for 30 years. Yes, but he is not in good condition. Guys, dying is literally one of the worst things that can happen to you on a health level. So comparing anything to that it's stupid. Oh, I lost both of my legs. At least I didn't die. Okay, you lost both of your legs. That's awful. And like I just said, you can eat McDonald's for 30 years and you won't be overweight. Because all you need is a calorie deficit. But not being overweight is a really, really low bar. It's a shame that not being overweight has somehow now become like the pinnacle of health. Guys, you can be not overweight, but you can have a slight belly and you can have low muscle. You can have inflammation on your face. There's so many things that affect just your attractiveness alone. Like a lot of the omega-6 oils, they're going to inflame your face. And that's hard to comprehend because when you think of inflammation, you think of maybe a bruise or something. No, this is like light inflammation, like blood pooling around your face. And if you have this, you won't even know. You'll think, oh, maybe it's fat, maybe it's water weight. No, it's inflammation. And it's also throughout the whole body. And not just for attractiveness. This is going to affect your health. You might be like constipated all the time. You might have some sort of issues. This is probably your culprit. It's the food. GMO, pesticides, steroids for the bulls, estrogenic hormones injected into the female cows to produce more dairy, all sorts of stuff that's so bad that other countries ban the use of it. You can't even sell meat from America in so many places because they know it's dangerous. And if this far in the video you still believe that companies have their best interest for you, I have the logos, like Oreo, Walmart, we like to serve the customer. They don't care about you. You know what you are? You are their money. Of course they're going to appeal to you. Yeah, buy more stuff from us. That's not what they care about. Do you guys know how corrupt the FDA is? Do you know how you certify ingredients. So a lot of countries, they have a law where something is guilty till proven innocent for like new ingredients, like new oils, new pesticides. In America, it's opposite. It's innocent till proven guilty. So until something is known to kill people, known to have bad side effects, they will keep using it. And do you even know how these new ingredients are certified? They're certified by the same company, by the same people that made the ingredient. Like there's no bias there at all. So I made a new ingredient that could be possibly dangerous, and then I myself am saying no, it's safe. How good is that? That's not good at all. The FDA is very corrupt. There have been not even allegations. This is a proven fact that many people working in the FDA have been bribed many times. And like I said, the ingredients aren't going to stop till there's proven side effects. I say proven because all of these studies you'll see are funded. Let's look up, for example, soy. Is soy bad for you? No, soy is good for you. Benefits of vegetable oil. Benefits of this. This is all just garbage that was paid out by the companies. Almost everything you see is like that. Don't trust mainstream advice. Like, look at what people on YouTube are saying alone.
The juice out of them, and there was so much pesticide in the juice, they were able to take that juice and respray the crop.
Whoa, that's nasty.
I am not defending these guys' strawberry study, the guys on the podcast. This guy says that the strawberry study is false. It could be not. That's not my point here. My point is that he's defending the inorganic fruit, the pesticides, the herbicides, all of that, how it's not actually that bad for you.
I mean, aside from the fact that organic fruits are also sprayed with pesticides that aren't even necessarily safer, always keep in mind that the dose is what makes the poison anyway.
And I say this very sincerely. I think that guy's name is Sean. I mean zero hate towards him. I'm only showing his video as an example to show how just on YouTube alone, it's common that people will defend pesticides, herbicides. There's just so many different names for it. There's like, I think there's a third one too, like insecticides. I might be wrong. There's a lot of stuff on media that will tell you no, it's not bad for you. You don't really care about it. I want you to realize this. So he was talking about organic fruit versus inorganic fruit. There's not just the pesticides that are sprayed. There is also GMO. Everything that is USDA organic is non-GMO. GMO, they're modifying the genetic code. That is also not good for you. And yes, he does make a valid point that organic crops are sprayed with pesticides too, but organic crops have different regulations than the inorganic crops. I don't know the regulations exactly. So yes, buying organic crops doesn't mean they're made out of gold and harvested in top of Mount Fiji, but I think they're definitely significantly better than buying inorganic crops. And if I go back to the example of how this information of pesticides, all that not being so bad is spread throughout YouTube, my beloved Bioneer even said something about this.
Most people agonizing over the chemicals in your shampoo or what fertilizer was used on that apple. It's just unnecessary stress, basically a waste of time.
Once again, no hate to you, Adam, but I strongly disagree with you here. And with a lot of people on YouTube who say this sort of stuff. And I understand that this is hard to think about. I think part of the reason why this movement was starting with no such thing as bad food is because, in a way, ignorance is bliss. If you don't have to think about all the stuff they put in your food, if you can just say, oh, it's not that bad, oh, there's no such thing as bad food, then you can just eat whatever and you don't have to not worry about it. It's a lot easier to go shopping when you can just get the cheapest brand of peanut butter and not worry about the fact that it has soy in it, that it was sprayed with who knows how many pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, and just get whatever. And yes, I mean, it's in everything. If you go to a restaurant, they're cooking with canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, one of those. And also vegetable oil is soybean oil. All vegetable oil is just like a blank definition of vegetable oils mixed together. So it's most of the time it's soybean oil mixed with canola oil and sunflower oil. But now it sounds pretty doom and gloom. If you look online, everyone will say, oh, yeah, it's in everything. All of these estrogenic hormone inhibitors, they're everywhere, so just don't worry about it. It's not all doom and gloom. It's very easy. I mean, like I said, just buy organic. You can do that in any Walmart. And a lot of people, they have farmers markets next to them, or they have small farms that are next to them. Even though most farms in America are either harvesting wheat, soy, or corn, which are obviously GMO and sprayed with who knows what. There are some small farms that that you can buy good stuff from them. There's actually a lot of there's small stores that you can buy good food from. You just have to try a little bit harder. I mean, because it's kind of like the easiest thing in the world to just go into a Walmart and get whatever. So it's not like going to a small store is hard. It's just harder because it's just so easy nowadays to just go to the store, just buy stuff. And that's what you have to do. Let's think of the average person in the United States. What do they look like? They're probably overweight. They probably don't feel good. So if you live your life like the average person, you're going to end up like the average person. Do you want to end up like that? You probably have some pretty high ambitions. If you're a man, you want high testosterone. You want to be masculine. You want to be strong. If you're a woman, you want to be attractive. Everyone does. Then how come most of the population isn't? Because they want to be, but they don't do the work, and that they just live like that. So if you live the same way they do, are you gonna end up any different? No, you aren't. So you have to put in the work, and it's gonna be a little bit harder than just going to Walmart and buying the cheapest brand of ice cream. And one last thing, the obvious reason why a lot of people don't want to eat healthy is because there's a stigma that it's expensive. Well, if I do the organic example again, a lot of vegetables in a Walmart, they're sometimes even cheaper than the non-organic option. And I don't really know how that works, but that's just the case. The times they are expensive is just by pennies, at least from what I've seen. And I mean, even if your grocery store is expensive when it comes to good food, there's so many places to look. Farmers markets, small farms, they are cheap. It's just a little bit more work, like I said. So put in the work and have a great day.